This is Tracy from GiftBasketappeal, and today I'm bringing you a design team project for Maymay Made It, and we're going to be making a card. It's going to be a thank you card, and I'm going to be using the Bee's Knees stamp set and Sunflower Wishes. So let's get started. Okay, so this is going to be an A2 size card. I will put all of the supplies that I use along with the measurements below. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use this where I'm going to put my decoration, my illustration, and we want to decorate this first. So I'm going to use this stamp, and I always like to take my stamps and use them for something else. So like this beehive, I really like this. So this honeycomb, I really love this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that and I'm going to stamp it onto here and make a design. So this is one of the things I always say I love about Maymay stamps is that if you really look carefully, you can see other designs in those stamps. You can use them year-round for different things. And so I'm using my Memento ink to stamp this on. I want to get a really good stamp here. Okay, so let's see. Definitely want something like right around here to be centered. Okay, so I want something like that. And I do want another stamp like right here around the top area. And it's okay if it comes off of the paper. Just like that. So I'm making my own artwork / background with this. And let's do another one right around here. Kind of off to the side, but lined up with this one at the top. And sometimes you just never know what you're going to get till you start stamping. And so that's what I've got so far. And so I also like the way this is because I can see other things inside of this design. There's some other things that I want to pull out. And so I really fell in love with this purple and green color. And that's what I'm going to be using, the color in these. And if you really, really look at this, you can see some things. Okay, so let's see. I kind of see a flower in there. And so right in here, right around here, there's a flower going on. Right around here, I see a flower. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to color that in. This will be the middle of my flower. And you might not see it yet, but you're about to see it in a moment. That's the center of my flower. Let's see, let's do another one over here because I can kind of see it. Hoping that you see it. That's the center of a flower and some flower petals. I'm going to just alternate it a little bit here. It is amazing because I didn't really intend to do this at the beginning. And then all of a sudden I was like, wait a minute, there's a flower in there. Okay, let's go ahead and color this in. So watch what happens here. Look at that. I'm hoping that you see this. I know you see that flower. And look at that. Yep. Who would have known that there's a flower in here? Now, if you wanted to, you can cut this out and mount it onto another card base. which is just another, giving you another idea, but look how that is. Who would have known there's a flower in this design? So I did have one idea in mind, and then once I saw the flower, I was like, oh yeah, because I absolutely love flowers. I just love the way this purple and green looks together, so I just picked out these two colors and I said I'm going to go with it, and that's going to be my colors. Okay, and I'm just going to alternate just a little bit, and we'll have some green flower petals here. And the nice thing is that you can do whatever you want with this, whatever colors you want, just go for it. But like I said, these stamps can be used for so many different things. Okay, and look how cute that is already, just with those little flowers, and it's got that artsy design around it. I like that. Okay, so I like to outline my card base also, because to me it just kind of gives it that extra. I'm just going to take my time here, give it a little bit of a greenish outline, because I'm just basically using black, purple, and green, and those colors work so well together. Yep, and just giving that just a little bit of an outline. And I'm going to take my black Copic and just go over this just along the outside there, just above that green. Okay, so that's what we have so far. Okay, and then because I like to do my stitching around this, I think that'll bring it out just a little bit more. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stamp this first. Okay, so I've got just a note to say thanks. So it's just a basic thank you card. And I'm going to put in here, I'm going to just stamp right here, just a note. Let's see. Go ahead and clean this off. I like to clean my stamps off right away. I'm just using a baby wipe on that. Okay. Make sure that stamp is nice and clean. Okay, get my ink back out here. And I think this will fit. I'm going to break it up. Just a note to say thanks. And that's the nice thing about this stamp, is that you can pull these apart and make your own sayings on them. Really personalize your cards. Okay, so put it right about there. Right there. See that? And my to say, I'm just trying to do something different, kind of break up my message here a little bit. And I like the script because it kind of softens up the card a little bit. So you have the rigid lines here, and then you just have the kind of a script writing on here. Okay, and let's go ahead and put that off. Put thanks on here. And you can do these in different colors. I just thought the black would bring it out and make it really vibrant. Right, just a note to say thanks. Okay, so let's go ahead and put that up, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm thinking of adding something else to this. And I really want to do the lines around the edges. So let me go ahead and put some lines right around the edge here. And I'm going to go back and color this in because it didn't come out as vibrant as I wanted to. It didn't stamp out very well, but you can just go in with a black marker and kind of clean that up. So I'm not going to do all of that here, but I'll go back in and kind of make this nice and darker. Okay, so I'm going to just take this and I've got to put my stitching on here. And you see how that stitching makes a big difference as opposed to not having it around it? It just does something. I really like going around my cards with stitching on it. And you don't have to do this. I just like doing it. Okay, so you have so much to work with on here. So I did do the stitching around here. Maybe put a little bit, maybe a little bit right around here. Even though I'm going inside of these little cube-like things. And so what if I did the stitching around here too, right around the outside? And see, I just went around this area here, just that little block, just to add some stitching right around this area. And I think that brings it out even more. So you're really adding to whatever artwork is there, you're just adding to it. And it's so much fun. Okay, just a closer look. So we've got around here and around here with stitching, and I'm just going to go ahead and finish it off up there. And just that simple little detail adds more to it. Okay, so let's see what else we can add to this. What if I started going in here with a few things? If I wanted to, I don't know, maybe some dots. This is almost reminds me of doodling. So all I'm doing is just enhancing what's already there. You see, I'm just adding a little bit in there. And see, that's what it looks like with the little dots in there. Hoping you can really see that. And I'm going to go ahead and finish off some more of these dots. Now I'll come back and we're going to mount it on our card. Okay, so I couldn't stop at the little dots. I had to go in and put something else on here. And see, I got a little mishap there. I think I had ink on my fingers. Yeah, I did. But that's okay. We're going to go back and fix that up a little bit. But I did take my white Jelly Roll pen and I did some stitching right around the flowers. Just a little bit. Right around the flowers just to add some detail to that. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this this Copic marker and I'm going to make a few dots. Just a little bit right around the edge here. And I'm covering up that little spot right there too. Okay, and I'm just going to go right around these edges, just add a little bit of detail. I'll do this one over here too. I'm just kind of being random, just spreading them out. And so I'm just kind of closing in around my little message here. Maybe I'll put a few in here. So nothing too fancy. So get those markers and pencils and all the little colorful things you have and just make something wonderful. You see, it just adds more. So I'm just building from what I already have. Got stitching, got polka dots. I think it needs something shiny on here, so I'm gonna maybe add some, maybe some stickles. I think some stickles will be nice. And I'm just gonna come right along this part right here with this. And I really like the way that looks. Look at that. Add a few right here. Add a few right in here. Look how cute that is. So that's what I got so far. See if I can get a better picture of that. I hope you can see this on camera because it's so much little details that really add to it. It's just those little details. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. I think it's time to mount this. So I'm going to just turn that over. Let's see what we got. Got a little bit of mounting tape left. And this is the Scotch brand. I think it'll look really nice mounted on our card base here. Give it some dimension. Yep, this is just about done. And this lasted me a pretty good amount of time. Okay, and it's time to mount this. And what I did is I put another piece of paper in here, some cardstock, because I wanted to make sure that I could add a message, and I thought this was just a little bit darker. So I put this white in here, and if you want, you could stamp this up with some stuff, but I'm going to write a message in there saying thank you. Just mount that on there just to give it some dimension. And that looks really cute. Let's move this paper from underneath there. And look how cute that looks. Really cute. And I think we need some sparkly stuff on here. So these little purple sequins are going to look nice. And I'll list these stamps along with all the supplies below to Maymay's store. And I'm going to just kind of add 3 of these. Put one over here. And one right here. All right. And I think the center of my flower needs something too, so I'm going to put some stickles in there. Just add some sparkly stuff. And this is Stardust, and I like Stardust because it doesn't take away from the color. It just kind of brings it out and makes it sparkle. And that is so pretty. And you can keep adding stuff to this. I know if I keep sitting here, this card is going to be full of stuff. So I need to quit while I'm ahead. And I hope this inspired you. Let me show you the matching card to this using the same 2 stamps, just a different sentiment. This is just a note to say thanks. And on this one, I did wishing you happy thoughts. And so I'm wishing you happy thoughts today. I hope this inspired you to look at your stamps differently. I will post all of the information below along with Maymay's store, and I'm so glad that you joined me on this crafting journey. I hope you enjoyed this, and please give this video a thumbs up. Go ahead and comment below, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.